Hashtag the difference between art and obscenity. Why context matters. When people see a painting or sculpture of the nude human body, they often ask the same question. Where is the line between art and obscenity? It is an important question, and one that artists, philosophers, and societies have debated for centuries. The answer is not simply about whether a person is clothed or unclothed. The real difference lies in purpose, context, meaning, and intent. Throughout history, the human body has been one of the most important subjects in art. Ancient Greek sculptors celebrated the body as a symbol of harmony, strength, and human potential. During the Renaissance, artists studied anatomy to better understand nature and to portray the human figure with honesty and skill. Masters such as Michelangelo, Botticelli, Titian, Peter Paul Rubens, and countless others created works that included nudity not to shock their audiences, but to explore beauty, mythology, spirituality, emotion, and the human experience. Art invites us to look beyond the surface. It encourages us to notice the composition, the balance of light and shadow, the emotion expressed through gesture, and the story unfolding before us. In great works of art, the human body becomes a vehicle for ideas rather than the final destination of our attention. Obscenity, on the other hand, has a very different purpose. Rather than encouraging reflection or understanding, it primarily seeks to provoke or stimulate through explicit presentation. Its focus is often immediate sensation rather than artistic expression or deeper meaning. This is why context matters so much. Imagine walking into a museum. You stand before a Renaissance masterpiece depicting Venus, a biblical figure, or a scene from classical mythology. The work is accompanied by historical information, artistic analysis, and cultural significance. The purpose is education, appreciation, and preservation of human creativity. Now imagine the very same image removed from that context and presented solely to provoke a reaction or attract attention. Although the visual content may appear similar, the intention and meaning have changed completely. The difference is not merely what we see. It is why it was created, how it is presented, and what it asks us to think about. Artists who study the human figure spend years learning anatomy, proportion, movement, and expression. Figure drawing remains one of the foundations of classical art education, because the human body presents one of the greatest technical challenges an artist can face. Capturing the balance of a standing figure, the tension of muscles, the softness of skin, or the emotion carried in a simple gesture requires observation, discipline, and extraordinary skill. For these artists, the body is not an object. It is a subject of study, a source of inspiration, and a means of expressing universal ideas about life, love, vulnerability, strength, and mortality. History also reminds us that many masterpieces were once considered controversial. Edouard Manet's Olympia shocked audiences in 19th-century Paris. Today, it hangs in one of the world's leading museums as a landmark of modern art. Many works that were once criticized are now recognized for expanding artistic freedom and challenging society to think differently. Our understanding of art continues to evolve because every generation asks new questions about beauty, identity, culture, and human dignity. None of this means that every image containing nudity is automatically art. Artistic value depends on many factors, including creativity, craftsmanship, originality, context, and the ideas being communicated. Likewise, an artwork can be fully clothed and still be shallow, while a nude masterpiece can express profound truths about humanity. The presence or absence of clothing does not determine artistic merit. What truly separates art from obscenity is intention. Art seeks to communicate, inspire, question, and illuminate. It invites thoughtful engagement and often leaves us with something to reflect upon long after we have walked away. Obscenity, by contrast, is generally concerned with immediate impact rather than lasting. The deeper language of art. That is where understanding begins.